Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Conquest of Elysium 4. It's been a little bit, for me at least, as I've played the game a bit in the time between the last episode and this, and I don't really have much to report. I only came back in because I didn't want the game to change too much while you were all away. Anyway, the general gist of what happened is thus. I revealed more of the inner territories, finding the outpost, which was the location of the previous senator. At least I'm fairly certain this is the senator. I've also been claiming the Capitolium, and basically laying claim to as many structures and locations as I can here, while trying to keep the demonologist and his now second deathball under control. Unfortunately, this looks like the game is going to take a lot longer than I previously anticipated, at least for me, because I have to spend time trying to trick them into letting me take over their citadel. As of right now, I'm stuck because they have this guard tower here, and this citadel right here. Now, there is a chance, I repeat, a chance, that I could actually take this, but it would involve a lot of RNG. Same with this guard tower, but if I could claim both simultaneously, the game would be over. No mess, no fuss. The RNG that would allow me to claim it right now would have Snirith Ko use his powers to summon a moon horror, which is apparently really, really good against, like, average people. So let's give it a shot, shall we? Well, multiple Void Hounds are nice, but that's not exactly what I was looking for. Let's try this again. And Gortite Horror. Well, a nice attempt was made, but looks like we're going to lose everything here. We summoned a Star Oak here when I wanted to take this tower bridge, because I was trying to get Narcy out of dodge, because he was being chased down by this person. We also discovered the Sacred Springs down here, made a few more summons, enough so we actually have a respectable amount of spellcasters here. If I could actually build up an army large enough, and Box 2 has taken over the inglorious role of dealing with all the independents that keep spawning here. Well, we also have Snirith Ko sitting here spam-casting astrology in an attempt to locate these two people wherever they go, and make our plans around them. Now you may see, wait, what took the Capitolium here? Well, I actually did a very powerful summoning, which is why I'm trying to do the greater horror thing at all. And that very powerful summon is the Moon Horror. Due to its illusionist magic, anything that is non-demonic basically loses to it automatically. Of course, since the demonologist can apparently beat the High Cultist and the Void so easily, I'm trying to rely on this in order to lay claim to the Wall of Torment, lay claim to the Wall of Torment, lay claim to the Citadel and the Guard Tower, because if I could do both, I would end the game right here, right now. In fact, that leads to a good opportunity. Assuming there's not a structure here that counts as a Citadel, I might want to try and take this small force we've built up here. Now, of course, it took massive hits because, you know, I'm summoning lots of spellcasters. They're not all going to be on my side or even remotely friendly to me. Anyway, we're going to have another batch of swordsmen across the board. They will continue to hold the line as they always have. And Utu. Ah yes, Utu's been hanging around in the void. I've basically scoured the entire bottom section, but I could find no other structures. There's a good chance I've missed them, but I'm not going to take my bets on that. So I'm basically exploring this section now to relocate the previous structures that actually had benefit, and I'm going to attempt to summon some elder things directly on top of them, to at least hold the line. Narcy can't move for another turn. Zimi's just sitting there because we're waiting to see what'll happen. And now we continue our long, long wait as we clear out independence once again. Thankfully, a powerful spellcaster is all we really need. Now he's going to try to take the Capitolium, and he's moving away, which is even better for me. So, Anarcy's going to claim the Lion Tribe village, which will knock him out of movement one more time. But that doesn't matter as much as us trying to take the Citadel. Why do you have more? So Utu, where are you? I'm fairly certain we're going to encounter something soon. If not, we're going to just summon some more things on top of the corkscrew towers, because that seems like an amazing location. if I could find a way out of the void, but apparently those gateways are not going to be helpful to us at all. And I would keep Agatai there, but he is definitely not able to take this on. Like, if I were to try, I'd probably lose. Now, where is... There he is. And he's heading up north. How cute. If we're going to wait a little bit to summon something, we're going to send a greater horror. Dream horror. Just to make it look at it. Nope. We can't really watch the battle because we can't see what's going on. Hopefully the dream horror will do his job and put them all to sleep. If not, he'll probably just be one shot by the catapult, which I don't really mind. That's just going to happen no matter what. Alright, end turn, see what happens. Where did the moon horror go? Did it just disappear? I doubt you killed it. At least killed it without taking any casualties whatsoever. Which doesn't seem right. Yes, Wall of Torment is of course as terrible as before, and I hate going up against it, but there's not much choice in the matter for me. Probably try and take these locations just so we can get some more defenses up, or more income. Snedith, naturally you're going to continue your attempts. Take the ghouls down. Attempts to summon the horror that is actually helpful. Yeah, no, it's just getting one shot again and again by the catapult, so I need a bigger army than this. Well, these Void Hounds might actually do something. Now, they might actually do something, but the Wall of Torment's probably what's screwing me over. Like, if it were not for that Wall of Torment, I'd probably be able to do a lot more. Now, Tyria the Demonologist and the Greater Demon are not here. So what I'm going to do is take this town back and take over most of these areas, just because I've got the chance right now, and I probably should take it if I have it available. That'll get me some free resources. And that's basically been what I've been doing this entire time. Constantly bouncing back, taking over locations as possible, reducing their income while increasing mine, generally doing things like a good strategy player would actually do, in the hopes that one day I can build up enough forces across the entirety of Elysium to bring them all together and rain them down on the Demonologist's head. Now, this guard tower has actually given me a really good idea, considering I've been building up an army since forever and a half ago. Theoretically, I could take all the forces I have in all these locations, put them together, and maybe, just maybe, make a little something happen out of all this. And we'll switch back to buying sacrifices, because I just had tons of overstocked iron that I didn't need. Oh, he didn't actually get disease this time. Oh, you're sitting in the capital. Well, that ruins my plan. Somewhat. I really just need to wait for you to actually decide to leave the capital, unless you're going to sit there and basically say, haha, come at me. Which, admittedly, sitting in the capital is not that bad, considering the amount of sacrifices you get just by being in it. And I know that he's using sacrifices, because he used the same resource as me. You could check the previous Conquest of Elysium thing, I doubt they'd change it that much. Now, Zimi, could you please take back this location? Utu, continue up north, we'll find something eventually. Eventually. First century. What did we lose? Oh yeah, he's taking over the capital, which is where a lot of my income is from. I forgot we had that port there. I forget we have a lot of troops just kind of stationed around this place. Lots of insane peasants and hybrid cultists. Anyway, Snedith, try again for the horror beyond horrors. Dreamless sleep pre-battle, but that's not what I'm looking for. If you gave me the illusion horror, I wouldn't have this issue when trying to take the guard tower. Anyway, well, before I do anything else... Wait, they're both visible, why do I care? We'll take on the serpent, then we'll take the town back, and then we should be able to reboost our income to normal levels. At least that's the intention. These Void Hounds will just be Void Hounds. They'll do whatever they want. Yes, disappointingly enough, we only have one monster of the depths still remaining. Oh yeah! I completely forgot about this. I'm not even attempting to speak over this. Like, they're not killing these fast enough, and they're just sitting here spamming spells. My voice isn't that powerful. I'm just skipping that. That's just an exercise in, like, annoyance and nothing more. It doesn't do anything, and it's not going to do anything. Anyway, we've basically lost access to most of our locations, but who can somewhat rectify this? As they won't be able to take all this back just yet, as he still has a fair distance to travel, and he might not even bother, depending on what horror is available. Ogtai is going to go take on the silver mine. He should be able to easily do this. The only things that would provide any resistance whatsoever are the trolls, as the goblins should be easily destroyed by my front line. Snideth Co. will continue his attempts to send greater horrors directly on top of this guard tower. Of course, a freaking course, you get the moon horror, but you have to miss. You have to bloody miss when you get the moon horror, which is the one I was looking at. The previous moon horror was made of rape, mind you, because it had the ability to spam cast an illusory army spell, which would constantly duplicate itself, adding many copies that would be ethereal and would take hits for him. He would spam cast this and cast a void magic spell that would mind control opponents. And of course, you have to miss. And you also horror mark. Like, the moon horror is great. It even causes dread. Why do you have to taunt me? Wait. Huh? Where'd you even show up? Yeah, no. I don't even want to know where you showed up. You tell me later. And naturally, he's sitting inside the slums. We can't do much about this, but he's sitting there. Who else can I move? Narcy, take your sweet time going up north. Utu, can we find something? Oh, never healing wound, but you're all wounded to an extent. I'm gonna make the stupid mistake and attempt to take on an Ether Lord. Attempt to. I also didn't shut anything off, and it seems like something was turned off here. Anyway, Zimi, please take over this location. Anything else going on? No. Alright. There we go. There are the sounds I know and hate. Yes, we also have Nagor, the Dark Wizard, who's joined our ranks. Terror! Terror is one of those spells that the Horror just spam cast. And Terror actually was useful. Wow, I'm surprised he routed. Now if he can stop, like, putting acid on my allies, that would be fantastic. Shades. When the residual spirits of most diseased mortals are weak and bound by the memories of their living past, there are some that embrace their new existence in the underworld. They form insubstantial bodies of malice and shadow. Aware of their new situation, but bereft of everything they once were, these shades are empowered by the nature of Hades. That's a lot of little things that, like, are just tacked onto it. Tons of immunities, but they're also undead and thus are probably going to die horribly. I forgot they could regenerate. Oh, he just ran. That one guy was just running to eternity and beyond. Oh, please mind control him. And you cast Foresight. My apologies for casting that. Like, when the shotgun Yithians do this, they're actually helpful and useful. But until they don't hurt their allies while casting that ability, I don't see any reason whatsoever to bring them to the front line, because that just hurts me inside. Anyway, please take this farm. I need you to double cast Astrology, because I don't see either of them. And of course you're summoning more demons, but why wouldn't you? You're already massively OP, it's not like I can actually fight you. Anyway, Utu, you're on top of the Sacred Spring. I actually want you to sit here, visit the library, get some new void magic, let's see what you gain. Mental Overload, confusion on multiple opponents, and no damage bonuses, 4 strikes. Do you do anything else? Invade Mind would be useful, Mental Overload would be useful, but the spells need to be a lot more powerful than that. Anyway, it'll be my intention to head to the Sacred Spring and at least give it a shot to gateway my way out of there. If not that, then at least summon something on top of it to make it worthwhile. Anyway. Zimmy, if you'd be so kind as to give a brief checkup on there, as well as let me read your actually hilarious description, because I didn't notice this until now, though I never actually read the base cultist description. The strength of a cult almost always depends on having a good number of followers or cultists prepared to perform the necessary sacrifices to appease their gods or to do some dark deed or another. The exception being, of course, the cult of Ahala the Mad, which seems to thrive with just one unwilling follower at a time. And may I never meet that one. The cultist of the deep seems to be obsessed with blood sacrifices and the number 3, and they have an unnatural attraction to aquatic beings. It is not advisable to buy romantic or erotic literature from cities that are permeated with these cultists, as I've been told that they can be highly unnerving. Visits to their towns are not recommended either. Though usually situated at scenic coastal locations, the unsuspecting traveler will often find him or herself strapped to an altar surrounded by cultists in fish masks wielding obsidian daggers. Fair enough. Anything else good going for me? Ogtai, continue your march. We have a new silver mine, we have more supplies headed our way. We have an army to pick up, and soon. Excuse me? Town ruins. From the library? What have you done? What have you done? Excuse me. Did you summon something big? There's my freaking dream horror. You don't understand how tired of this I am. Like, hey, horrors are supposed to be these, like, unknowable, unseeable things, and I could charm them. I can understand mental domination, but you shouldn't be able to bloody charm them, of all things, because that's the only plausible explanation that I can think of. Anyway. I still need to find out the Greater Demon's location. Yeah, had a feeling. Well. Since you did leave them alone, I'll do my best to put an end to this game now, or at least put it in motion, and I'll see how close I can get later. How's this looking? Nope, the moon horror is still out there. Somewhere. And as such, I am probably not going to go anywhere near that. Utu. Fair enough, that ate the entire turn. I want you to go to the Sacred Spring and attempt a summoning on top of it. Ogtai. Or Ogotai. I don't care how to pronounce your name. Just let me pronounce it. Let's take this handy-dandy army that we've kind of just built up here. Let's get ready to move it. Narcy, You two. We have a lot of things here that we have no need of. Just sitting there. The Yithian, of course, will be left behind. The Yithian is too unpredictable. All the other things that are stuck there will be stuck there. And we'll begin our movement here. And we'll see if we can make this the beginning of the end. At some point, I had to make a move. Now might as well be a good time. And since I'm spending more time summoning Eldritch Horrors than not, take everything with you, Zothakoth. Zothakoth? Zothakoth? That is how you pronounce his name. I don't want to make it sound like Zothak for whatever reason. Of course, I mean the chicken, clearly. I don't mean to be that bloody rude. Yeah, I'll probably bleep that out if I remember correctly. Anything else I could possibly do? Nope. End turn. Of course I missed the port up north that I could easily... Missed the port I could easily claim. Anyway, they seem to be trying something... Oh, no. No, really? 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 Alright, we're dead. Yeah. There's color spray. And there's illusory army, which is the one I was afraid of. Although it's casting mirror image. Yep, here comes illusory army. A chance was had. A chance. Oh, it has a life drain spell. Of course. So this army was just eaten. But you can see why the Moon Horror is good. The Moon Horror is one of those things that can actually solo an army. It's just summoning one is a nightmare. Especially if it turns against you like this. Because I had an army. Like, my only benefit is if he could cast Confusion and succeed on the Moon Horror. Because if he cast Confusion and succeeded, then I might be able to mind control it. The horror mark works like a beacon that is only perceivable by horrors. Being horror marked means you are attracting horrors and can be attacked by them at any time. Being horror marked is especially dangerous when the world of horrors is closer to Elysium than usual and magic is tainted. Good, I'm glad. I'm sorry, hybrid soldier. You were good for a long time. You're actually a very strong force. The only thing standing between you now and death is us and the Moon Horror. Yep, he's still gonna keep mind controlling. Like, if you can somehow win this cultist, that's grounds for promotion right there. No. And there goes the last mind control. I was so hopeful, but that Moon Horror is just like the end of everything for me. Alright. Did you summon a Yithian Sage? Well, it's not like I have a problem with it, it's just, like, why summon a Yithian Sage? Yithian Sages actually kind of suck. Okay! Okay, then. Okay. We finally did it. I wasn't aware that that Sacred Spring actually counted. But then where's the other gateway? It can't be right there, can it? Doubtful. But we finally have our portal out, and I like where it leads. Technically, it means I could start shifting some armies around the place. Imp Messenger. I mean, he could try and take over these locations. Emphasis on try. Oh wait, I should probably make an attempt. Use special power. Let us... Yeah. But with this advent, or with this new information, it actually leads me to have a decent idea. Now, the 80 units you command, you'll drag with you through thick and thin. I need you to catch up with Batu, who's going to make his best attempt to not die, and head down south to the guard tower. Maybe his spellcasting ability will let him take over the guard tower. I don't know. It'll at least give me something to go and work with. We'll get another bunch of archers ready to hold the line when necessary. Why do I have 212 units there? Is this Ogtai's doing? It's Ogtai's doing. Well, the fastest route would actually be down south through the mountain. Mostly because it allows us access to the silver mine and to get a good idea of everything here. Because what I need to do is take this and then just start dropping horrors on top of the Capitolium until it's taken. And that would allow me to end the game, like, immediately. Although what I would love to do with Snirith is send him to the Void now, and drop him right on top. Oh, wait. I mean, you're here. Oh, no. No, please. Please. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to be stuck in, like, forever. Please, don't kill me. I'm tired of this. Are these things the only thing? Yeah, they're the only ones that are slow. Oh wait, no, elder things are slow as well. Oh yeah, we also got extra elder things and then lost one to disease. Not a humongous issue. Well, thank goodness. You just went south. Afumza. Well, I don't expect this to end right now. I just expect us to get really close to it. I don't... You're not Afumza, you're Aklo Bahoth. Not like that matters. That name is mud to me. I don't care about it. I care about it as much as I care about the dirt itself. Anyway, we need... The only reason I'm not actually sending Snirith Ko to the Void now to learn the ultimates of Void magic is because I need him to cast astrology for me. That's not the only thing I need to know. Okay, you're heading down south, but you're not in a position to take any citadel, except the outpost, but you don't seem to care about that one, unless you're heading back up north. Alright. More summoning! Just sit there. I don't know why I need a Yithian Sage. Yithian Sages just kind of suck. They can't summon anything, and they hurt their allies by existing. The only purpose is just an easily throwawayable unit that can, like, be sent to the Void. Hey, there's a devil here. We should deal with that. We'll also gain access to the information surrounding this region. Maybe we'll find the other gateway there. Although I somehow doubt that. Utu, you can't actually do anything else. Unless... Why am I using... Wait a minute. Why am I... I don't need that. I'll be making one summon per, and then I could use the fact that his specific ability costs 20% less because he's in a Void Gateway. Also, I have yet to find out about the floating cube, or have yet to see one. I really would like to see a floating cube at some point or other. But I don't think that's just going to happen this playthrough. I've explored most of the Void, even though I can't really keep it revealed, for obvious reasons. And of course you're sitting in the Citadel, which is just ruining my plan more and more. I'm just going to ignore the fact that you're trying to ruin my plan, and just go through with it anyway. Alright. 94 units. We're going to hope that the power of the Basalt King is enough. How many archers? Alright. I know what we're gonna do now. I hate the very idea of this, but we're gonna just sit on the Sacred Spring. Maybe a Yithian charging force would be good? I don't know. Zofkoth. Continue moving. You'll be there soon enough. Get through Sentry. You're never going to be needed. Nobody wants a Yithian Sage if they don't need one. Good. Yeah, you're just sitting on top of this. Still taking my horrors and ticking me off in general. Yep. You're heading down here to take this stuff back. And I don't blame you. Well, Snidith, since you're not actually needed here, I am going to send you to the Void. Hopefully that actually does something that's like a specific triggering event. I don't know. That'd be a really cool thing though, if the Legacy of the Void, what is it? StarCraft? No. If the bloody what faction was this called again? High Cultist faction actually got an event by sending an Elder Starspawn to the Void. Blood Boil. Okay, I was like, can you just do that? Good. You're taking it. You're taking back the port, and an independent's attacking us. A great shark. Sharks can grow very large. When they're fully grown, they're much too large to be caught. In fact, the fishermen always try to stay far away from great sharks, who are known to enjoy attacking small boats and devouring the people within. Well, 1 to 11, I think we've got this with our Monster of the Deep. The only one remaining. Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot you devour them when you kill them. I completely forgot that fact. To the hills with you, nothing more here. That is all I needed to know. We might have a chance of stopping this. It's just going to take a little bit of faith and a little bit of good timing. Because of all things we need him to leave. Utu, we'll use the astrology first. Admittedly, the astrology is a much smarter play, usually. I don't know why the Star Child always succeeds, yet like every other summon that would theoretically be good for this will always fail. Star Child's always consistent, I have no idea why. And the Monster of the Deep, who's made so many kills in my name, is still alive since, like, what? I don't even know how many. Like, how many years? Probably like 24 years. And I started summoning him around year 2 anyway. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play Conquest of Elysium 4, and I am signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe for it helps out a great deal, and I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.